For years, dogs have been known as man's best friend. They're cute, they're cuddly, they're loyal, and they've always been by humanity's side ever since they were domesticated thousands of years ago. I mean, just look at them. This one has a little sweater. It's so cute. It just is a little cold out in the rain. And this one has a little shirt. Oh, it's so excited. Look, it just wants a treat. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Today, I plan to talk about different dog breeds and bringing more awareness to the stereotypes that surround certain breeds. The first step to spreading awareness is to shed light on the subject. This might not seem like an issue for most people. Dogs are often seen as customizable pets, people getting to choose which one works best for them. These decisions are often made by the look of a dog's demeanor, and personal biases the person has. There's nothing inherently wrong with choosing a dog. When somebody wants a dog, there are often multiple options shown to them at first, so a decision has to be made. What I am hoping to share is that certain stereotypes that surround certain breeds result in more and more dogs being ignored and left without loving homes. Before I continue, I know that this issue might not be that pertinent to most people. Dogs can't be stereotyped. If they were, it's something in the past, and people are more accepting now. These are all things that people can subconsciously tell themselves when this topic comes up. However, everyone has certain biases around dogs, but don't just take my word for it. An experiment conducted by the National Institute of Health showed participants a video of a certain dog breed behaving aggressively. Participants were then asked to judge the characteristics and adaptability of a list of different dogs. The results showed that people only lowered the adoptability for the breed of dog shown in the video. Negative experiences people have, whether that's seeing a video, seeing a dog in real life, or hearing a story from someone else, have an impact on the future of certain dog breeds. Based on how people view certain breeds, these dogs have lower chances of finding a home as people turn away from them and spread stereotypes about them to their friends and family. But what if these dogs are more aggressive? What's to say these stereotypes are not the truth? Surely this many people don't have the same false impression. To counter these questions, I turned to a survey discussed in the Washington Post. The survey investigated the effects of a dog's breed on their behavior. After testing 2,000 dogs with 200,000 surveys from dog owners, the survey found little connection between the genes of a dog and its behavior. It boils down to, what the dog looks like is not really going to tell you what the dog acts like, as said by Maria Alonso, a co-author of the study and the executive director of the IAABC Foundation, other known as the International Association of Animal Behavior Consultants. Dogs are often judged by their behaviors, turning people away from a potential loving companion. But that's some people, right? Not everyone thinks this way. For this, I turned to a more local survey. At the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, therapy dogs are brought into the library to give comfort to students and give them a break from their studies. During midterms, I polled the amount of people who came up to two different dogs. One was an older golden retriever, and the other was a mutt mix. I watched both dogs for a half an hour. Charlie, the mutt mix, had 24 people stop by to say hello and pet him. Later that week, Coda, the golden retriever, had 45 people stop by to say hello. Both dogs were there in the middle of the day on midterms week. Charlie was there on Monday and Coda was there on Wednesday, which should result in similar schedules as UWC has classes that meet at the same time as Monday and Wednesday. The only difference was the breed of dogs sitting in the library. Coda received almost double the attention that Charlie received. How could this be? As I polled, numerous people turned to look at both dogs, but more turned and moved to actually pet Coda. I believe that this is an internal stereotype that people had around Charlie being a mutt, as this is the only difference between the two interactions. Both are trained therapy dogs who were invited by the university and with their owner. The only difference is the visual breed of the dog. In an environment with mostly Generation Z individuals, this inherent bias still exists, most likely passed on through friends and family. Charlie received less attention, most likely resulting from the stereotype of his breed, being a mix of different breeds and not easily identifiable. Mutts are often deemed as lesser dogs due to the pure fact that they are not purebred. Now, what does all of this mean? Why am I sharing all these facts? Dogs are inherently judged by humans based on their breed. This leaves countless dogs left alone in shelters who only need someone to give them a chance. It's okay to have preferences, but it is crucial to stop and process when getting a dog. To better exemplify this, I want to turn to real dog owners of different breeds, some more stereotyped dogs, and more widely accepted dogs.
So I'm Nicole Schultz, and this is Kima Pooch. This is Leonard, and this is Bill the Beagle. And I grew up in Annandale, Minnesota.
Question is, what is my name? My name is Amy Notch, Dalton's mother.
Nick from Chippewa.
What is your name and where are you from?
I am Sydney Browson, and I am from Isanti, Minnesota.
Great. And what dog breeds do you have?
So this is a Pomeranian, and Leonard's a Terrier mix, and this is a Beagle.
What breed of dog do you have?
Obvious.
German Shepherd.
Okay, so what breed of dog is your dog and what breed of dog would you most likely adopt?
I have two dogs. This one is Rex, and he is a lab, 3/4 lab and 1/4 Great Pyrenees. And we have another dog who is a rescue dog, and he's a mix. He's a hound and a cattle dog mix.
I know I've been asked what is the dog I'd be least likely to adopt, and I would say a bigger dog or a really fast dog. Not because of stereotypes, just because of the commitment. I wouldn't be willing to give a Newfie or a Vizsla what they might need.
What type of dog would I not want to purchase? Ankle biters, so small dogs. Not really into small dogs.
What breed of dog, if you were to adopt, would you be least likely to adopt?
Least likely, seeing as that mess that Tori got, anything that is a big head.
So what kind of dog is that?
We already know that Pit Bull isn't a breed,
Okay.
but one that has the characteristics of what would be considered that breed.
Okay.
That's least likely. There's others. I'm not going to be painted into a box on this.
Okay.
What dog breed are you most or least likely to adopt?
I would say a dog that has more of an aggressive kind of genetic background. So what comes to mind is like a Mastiff or a Pit Bull, things like that.
And then how old were your dogs when they were adopted?
So Leonard was, I believe, 5 months old, 4 months old. And then Bill the Beagle was likely 10. And Kima, it's her birthday today. She is 17 years old, but she's been with me since she was a baby, and I got her from my mom.
How old was Sadie's when we got her? She was 2 years old.
How old is your dog when you bought them?
8 months, exactly. Maybe 2 days later.
Okay. And how old was your dog or dogs when you adopted them?
Our dog that was adopted, they were both around 8 weeks.
And how would you describe your dogs?
All very, very different. Kima used to jump up to beyond my waist, and now is a beautiful little old lady of 17 years of age. Not so fast. Bill the Beagle, docile and gentle. Leonard, we just had puppy class today. He has a lot to learn, but I think he's ready for it.
What type of dog she was? Sadie's was a good dog for our family at that time. She didn't need a lot of attention from us. She enjoyed being loved on, but she was totally fine with being in her corner on a pad. She was a very nervous dog. She did not like men and would hide anytime we had guests over to the house. She took anxiety medications and had terrible allergies. She could not be kenneled. We tried that a couple times and she broke out of any confinement area that we put her in. We believed that she was mistreated at her previous home, and we just wanted her to have a good place where she was loved. Dalton was her primary caregiver, kind of. We believed that adopting from the Humane Society was a good experience.
And how would you describe your dog?
Do I have to censor myself?
Yes.
She's angry. She's super nice around people. She doesn't like other dogs. Failure on my part with her training. I failed to socialize her properly.
And how would you describe both of your dogs?
They both have different personalities. I would say Rex is more a calm demeanor, but still smart. And our other one is more energetic, but very smart and attentive.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
What all these interview subjects have in common is that they have their own opinions on dogs and that they love their pets. They gained their own perceptions of dogs over time and tried to find some that fit their lifestyles. Did they have a bias in their choices? I believe there probably was some intrinsic bias. However, my hope is that these interviews show you that I'm not trying to scare you or force you into adopting a certain breed. I just want to spread awareness on the stereotyping of dogs so you can be more conscientious of your biases. All of these people that were interviewed have their own perceptions of dogs, some countering each other. However, all of them still love their dogs. The point of this video is to make you question those biases, opening your mind to the possibility of adopting any dog, finding more homes for these companions. If this video made you think of anything or anybody, please share it. I'm hoping to reach as many people as possible to allow people to think more about their subconscious biases on dog breeds. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed.